There's an unspoken serenity about Vail. We're not here to stay up late and chase the party scene or necessarily people watch. You know, you're here because you really desire to have that serenity, and you can really tap into that in a way that few places that I've seen around the world offer.
Vail, Colorado, one of the most iconic ski towns in the world. And in the heart of it sits something even more remarkable. Welcome to Alpentras, a home that raises the bar for mountain luxury. With its exquisite interior spaces, amenities, and curated palette that features Loro Piana cashmere wools, this property is a statement of unparalleled craftsmanship. Designed to bring generations together, it provides an experience that simply cannot be recreated. And at $78 million, it raises the question, can a mountain home really be worth that much? Well, there's only one way to find out. All right, everyone, once again, welcome to Vail, Colorado. We have a very special tour ahead of us, over 15,000 square feet of interior space, minutes away from the heart of Vail, and with a price tag of $78 million, this property is certainly a statement. And we'll talk more about that price later in the video. Now, the home itself consists of 6 levels, and the way this home is designed and built is actually very unique. Think about it like a spiral staircase that is attached to the hillside. As it goes up to the very top floor, it takes advantage of the surrounding landscape and the slope of the land extremely well. It has many outdoor patios, balconies that connect the interior spaces to the outdoors and also provide tremendous privacy to these interior spaces as well. And in fact, once we get up to those levels, you'll see the incredible views you get from this property. Now, I also want to talk about the exterior look of this home. We have limestone that provides a ton of character and warmth, and it really grounds the property, and it is also complemented with this copper finish throughout the home. It creates a nice dimension, contrast, and when you look at the exterior qualities of this home, this is where the tour gets very interesting. This home has 2 heated driveways, 2 entries, and 2 two-car garages. A lot of 2s, and also given the square footage of this home, it is nice to have all of these amenities. Now lastly, it is snowing today. The scenery here is so peaceful, so beautiful, and Vail is so charming. I'm excited for all of you to experience Vail through the eyes of this property, and in fact now, let's go inside. Everything about this home seems designed for comfort and sharing experiences. The first floor is your connection to outdoor activities. The place to get ready for skiing, mountain biking, hiking the trails. It's the transition from recreation to the details of the home's decor. As soon as you step inside, you immediately see and feel the soothing tones and textures of this property. Natural stone floors, Venetian plaster walls, oak panel ceiling with mood lighting, and then we have this gorgeous chandelier here warming up the space, and behind that we have this beautiful walnut paneling that we're going to see throughout the home. But before we leave the entry, I also want to point out the fact that the door design here is super cool. It has that mid-century feel, all these glass sections, and they also brought the same copper detail from the exterior to the interior as well. I had to point this out. Now, the first space we're gonna check out is to my left, and it is the 2-car garage. Not only is it very spacious, it is also designed like a little lounge. In fact, they have a seating area here, some of their skis, winter gear, and on the corner we have this built-in desk area with this gorgeous live edge, and they have the same live edge on the upper shelf here that's open, and above that you can see all the built-ins. Really nice corner for you to utilize, and it's just a really cool space. Now, let's go back to the entry and go to the other side. And this is actually a very cool space. We have a kitchenette here, modern cabinets, onyx countertop, fabricated sink, and they also have the same onyx as a backsplash that's also backlit, which is really nice. Your TV, and this is a really nice kitchenette. Some refrigerator drawers. They even have a dishwasher drawer as well, which is a nice touch. And let's not forget the espresso machine. Now, let's go to the left. We have the locker closet here, spacious, and beyond that, these cabinets do a great job hiding all of the ski gear. In fact, let me open up this one here that is currently empty, so you can see the built-in structure here, the hanger, open shelving, your glow heaters, and then you have your shoe heaters here to warm up all of your ski gear. In fact, I want to show another closet here that is currently filled with ski gear. And there you go. This is how it looks. And also, if you want, you can tuck the doors into the cabinetry as well. How cool is this, Del?
That's amazing. I've been in some ski mountains before and I've never seen it that organized.
This is a pretty high-end one for sure. It's very nice. Now, there's also another cool detail here on this side that I want to quickly talk about. This is a custom 3D topographical map of Rocky Mountain region that is surrounding Vail. So you can see all the roads, the mountaintops, and I just love this 3D dimension of it. It's a really cool piece, and I think appropriately positioned in the locker room. Now, follow me this way. Let's continue our tour. We got more spaces to see. There's a powder bathroom to my right, and then over here we have the staircase taking up to the second floor. And another thing that I want to mention is the fact that this home comes with 2 elevators. We have the first one here, second one around the corner. Another detail that we're going to constantly see throughout the home are these really cool doors that inset into the walls, but when you want to create some separation between spaces, you can simply utilize them. And they are a heavy-duty approach to interior doors. Instead of having regular doors, you have these that blend into the walls as well. It's just a nice architectural detail that provides a ton of utility. Now, this is the second entry of the property. We have the second front door here, roughly the same finishes, another crystal light fixture above, the mood lighting, Venetian plaster. They play well with each other, and it just has a very cozy feeling to it. And then to my right, we have a utility room with a washer and dryer, your second elevator, your second powder room, and this door here opens up to the other 2-car garage where you can store your cars, ski gear, paddle boards, you name it. You can do a lot with it. Now, I wanted to start our tour with the first floor because this is how you create the separation between the exterior and the interior of the property. You take out your jacket, your snowy shoes, and you cozy yourself up, get in the elevator, and go up all the way to the 5th floor where we have the main common spaces. This level is clearly the social hub. It has open views, the main outdoor seating areas, and many spaces where people can lounge and decompress. It's really the heartbeat of the home and a welcoming space. This floor is full of unique details, finishes, and features. In fact, I want to start with the staircase here that takes you up to the very top floor. It's a beautiful staircase framed with wood, stainless steel railing, 2 skylights above, and it leads you to the 2 guest suites that we have on the very top floor. But what I really like about this moment is the fact that we have these crystals that are illuminated, just warming up the space and setting that positive zen tone as you go up to the very top level. Also, another unique feature on this floor is the fact that we have the 3rd entry to this property. So far, you've seen the 2 front doors that are located on the ground level. But on the 5th level, due to the elevation difference, it actually opens up to the street that is located behind the property. So you can actually come directly to the 5th level as well. Now I'm gonna go this way so we can showcase some of the spaces on this floor. There's a really nice seating area here with a wooden countertop, bar seating, and there's also a very nice bar that's located right behind me. On the face value, this may seem like a little built-in section, but there's actually a bar here. This is all bolt-up cabinetry, which I'm gonna extensively talk about in a second, but that's where we have the sink. This is where we have all the spirits, and you have all your accessories and cutlery down below, so you can serve your guests and interact with the entire floor, which is very exciting. Now I'm gonna close these doors and take you to my favorite section of this level, which is this grand living room. I mean, take it all in. Vaulted ceilings with exposed steel rafters and beams. 4 skylights bringing natural light. And then we have this European oak paneling throughout, bringing additional warmth with mood lighting. And if all that wasn't enough, we have these massive sliding glass doors opening up the interior to the exterior and to these breathtaking vistas. I mean, this is an incredible space, and I want to cover more details. But before we do that, let's get the specs out of the way. We have 11 bedrooms, 18 bathrooms, 15,086 square feet of interior space, listed for $78 million. And I want to give big thanks to Tye Stockton for giving us the opportunity, the honor to showcase his listing. And through him, I got a chance to learn more about Vail, understand this quaint ski town, and I'm just really excited to share it with all of you. Now, Dal, why don't we turn this way so we can focus on this cozy seating area. 2 blue couches, massive solid wood coffee table, all these pillows for pop of color, and the attention to detail in this room is what I really enjoy and admire. Look at the built-ins behind me with all the accessories, sculptures, books, the intentionality in this room, and the way they built these built-ins are actually very unique. So you have your solid wood cabinetry, but every once in a while, they left the back section exposed so you can actually see the oak paneling. It just gives additional dimension. And every time they left the back section exposed, they also inlaid these metal sections. So when you look at it as a whole, it is a really cool design element.
These are all really the colors of nature, you know, in different shades and textures. And so, you know, the difference between spending a day outside and taking in all that nature and walking in the house and having it assembled or curated in such a way that makes the home feel, again, relaxed and comfortable and cozy. Those materials create, in my mind, it's a familiarity that the texture really brings out, and it really allows you to sit in the home in a way and take it all in that it just works.
Now we also have a gas fireplace here to cozy up the room, and let's face it, when you have a living room like this and these kind of views, fireplace ties it all together. And above that is actually a really cool art piece, but this art piece actually has a little function. Check this out. What a great way to hide your TV, bring some color, some art into the space, but still have your TV. I love this.
That's amazing. Yeah, really adds an elegant tone to the room.
Exactly. This is such an elegant touch, and they have more unique TV placements like this throughout the property. I want it to go all the way up. There you go. That's your TV. It's amazing. All right, Dal, why don't we go backwards for a second? I also really like how these sliding glass doors, or each one of the sections, are wood cased. It plays into this wood tone and the warmth of the room. And we also have clear story windows above, bringing additional natural light, and it just opens up the top section of the room and just makes the space feel a little bit more free. Now, next up, another elegant seating area. I love this couch. Then we have these stone coffee tables. Yes, even though they look like tree trunks, these are actually stone. And then we have this elegant bench here. The craftsmanship of this bench, the leather wrapping, the stitching, it's like an exquisite piece from Hermes. I just think it's a fun touch. And then we have more crystal light fixtures here. Crystals are great for decoration. They also have healing qualities. So it is a nice element that you can incorporate throughout your home. And in fact, I believe there are crystals on every single level of this property. I'll do my best to cover them and showcase them. Now, before we go outside, I want to actually take everybody this way so we can tour the rest of this floor. To my left, we have the elevator landing and a door that opens up to the wraparound patio. Formal dining area here, but first, why don't we talk about this kitchen? Its design elements, functions, features. There are so many details here that I want to cover. I think it looks very elegant, sleek, and it also has every functionality you can think of. First off, we have a stone island that's right in the center with bar seating, anchoring the space, and there's also a sink here with a faucet for clean drinking water and hot water. And then to my right, we have the pantry space, door that opens up to the back section of the patio where we have the outdoor barbecue and the rest of your cabinets. Now, before I talk about the bolt-up kitchen here, I want to talk about the views. Look at our surroundings, and this is the experience you get from your kitchen. And if that wasn't good enough, these are actually sliding glass windows, so they can actually connect the interior to the exterior, to the extended bar. That's why we have bar seating on the other side. And what a great way to prepare your meal and enjoy the outdoors. This is amazing. I love this detail. Now, next up, let's talk about bolt-up cabinetry. Bolt-up is a brand from Germany, established in 1941, and they're known for their solid cabinets and their hardware. In fact, I want to show this drawer here for a second, how easy it is to pull the entire thing out, and it makes such a good use of the space. Also, Dal, can we get a close up? Their doors are always very thin frame. They use stainless steel, aluminum. They always use very high quality materials, and that's why their kitchens are so durable. Now, beyond bolt-top, they have Gaggenau and Miele appliances, oven, induction, gas cooktop, and I believe, Dal, let's get a close up. Knock dishwasher, which is something I have to showcase every time we tour a home. I've been knocking these dishwashers for the last 5 years. Also, how sleek is this faucet, by the way? Super contemporary. Now, next up, we have refrigerator drawers. These come in very handy. It's easy for you to just grab your drink, close it off, and there's also an ice maker here. Now, the rest of the kitchen, we have a microwave, espresso maker, and fridge and freezer is on this side. This kitchen has a very sleek and minimalist design, and check this out. Almost every single floor of this one, except the very top level, features a kitchen, which is crazy, and they're all bolt-up. Now, I want to take a quick break from the tour and thank Ubigi for sponsoring today's video. As you know, traveling is a huge part of our business, and we're constantly on the go, which means I've gotten pretty good at managing everything from either my phone or laptop. But of course, to actually work from these devices, I need a reliable internet connection. And even though I pay for an international plan, I still run into connectivity issues. That's where Ubigi comes in. Ubigi is an app that lets you easily get eSIM data plans in over 200 plus destinations with no unexpected roaming charges or out-of-pocket surprises. Even better, you don't need to install a new eSIM for every country you visit. Ubigi offers regional plans so you can travel across multiple countries stress-free. One of my favorite features is the only app that lets you recharge your data even without a Wi-Fi connection or cellular data left. So whether you're chatting on WhatsApp, using Google Translate, or finding cool things to do in a new city, Ubigi keeps you connected. And getting started is super easy. Just click the link in the description to download the Ubigi app and use promo code NS to get 10% off and connect easily. Again, big thanks to Ubigi for sponsoring today's video. And now, let's get back to the tour. Now, next up, let's talk about the formal dining room. Stone table that can be extended, leather wrapped chairs, this multi-dimensional chandelier, wood panel ceiling, and in fact, even your speakers are nicely blended into the ceiling design. And what I like about this space is the fact that you can open up the sliding glass doors here and the other side, enjoy the cross breeze, especially during summer, and enjoy the views, dine with your friends and family, and really enjoy the space. Now, Del, I'm gonna ask you to step backwards for a second because this is such an easy detail that you can overlook. There's a wine cellar here. And if you think this is the coolest wine cellar in this house, you're wrong. We have another one that is so impressive, and we're gonna see that in a second. But I just thought they did such a great job concealing it behind this door, and you have it right next to your formal dining room. Now, next up, we have another cozy seating area. Again, a lot of these pocket doors, concealed doors to close off sections and create private moments. And this is just another cozy space, built-ins, and then we have the TV on the other side. Now I want to take my time to talk about the coverings on the cabinetry here. This is called sugaring. It's either a stingray or shark skin that has been processed to create this really unique texture. And they have it throughout the home, and in fact, a lot of the vanities are inlaid or covered with this material. So I wanted to point it out now. You will see it throughout the home. Now, follow me this way. Another detail I want to point out, these walnut shutters are so elegant and so sturdy. And then to my left, we have a full bathroom. Now, when it comes to the finishes and design elements in this house, most of the bathrooms are pretty similar. You have Venetian plaster on the walls, skylight in this case, and then either onyx or natural stone countertops. The same sugaring finish is also here. And then you have the spacious walk-in shower with chrome fixtures and this awesome window that looks to the side of the property where you can see the snow, the trees. This bathroom has a cool ambiance. Now, let's walk backwards. I'm gonna actually take you guys back to the staircase, to the 5th floor entry, and then on the other side, we have another full bathroom. The design of this bathroom is really unique. This multi-dimensional tile back wall, mood lighting, Venetian plaster, and then we have this limestone carved and chiseled vanity here, which is really the focal point of this bathroom. Your standalone faucet, glass enclosed walk-in shower, and a toilet. Now, if you're wondering why there's a walk-in shower here, because this door opens up to the patio. This is one of the many outdoor spaces and patios that we have on this property, but given our elevation, this might be the coolest one. Now, to my right, we have a massive jetted jacuzzi, cased in limestone, and on the back, you can see the water feature with built-in speakers. This jacuzzi also has a cover, and it is steaming right now. Last night we were inside, and you get incredible views, such a cozy space, and what a great way to enjoy the outdoors. Now, the patio itself is heated, and in fact, they have over 7,000 square feet of outdoor spaces that are heated like this. That way, you can enjoy it year-round. Also, we saw those massive sliding glass doors. In fact, Al, why don't you go backwards? One step you're inside, one step you're outside. I just love this seamless connection to the outdoors. And over here, we have a really cool outdoor seating area. I love this stone fabricated fire pit. It is dimensional, contemporary, and it actually provides a lot of heat. And behind that, we have another art piece or a sculpture, or at least that's what I thought when I saw it for the first time. But turns out it's actually none of those. It hides the 86-inch outdoor TV. I mean, how cool is that? If these views weren't enough and you want to elevate your experience here, you can watch TV.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if I've ever had the chance to watch a movie in a jacuzzi, but that sounds like something we should try out tonight.
Actually, that's a good idea. And again, you have the fire pit to warm up the space. I don't know, I just thought this was such a clever touch. Now, why don't we take everybody to the corner so we can talk about the views, our surroundings. I mean, Vail is such a charming ski town. The Gore mountain range is right in front of us. Surrounding peaks, all these homes, charming buildings. It's a lot to take in, and you are minutes away from the village. The center is actually right on this side, and that's one of the important qualities of this property. Beyond the 15,000 square foot that can never be replicated again due to the new or current regulations, you're also so close to the heart of the city, and you have a massive single family home. And these are very important aspects of this home that play a huge role when it comes to the pricing of this property. But I have to say, this is my 3rd time coming to Vail, and this town has such a strong grounding and relaxing feel, and the nature here is just spectacular.
I moved to Vail 36 years ago from New York City. I've learned that the best way to start your day here is to get out in nature. And I do that every morning, bright and early. I encourage anybody that I meet that comes here that really wants to slow down and really wants to be more intentional with their life and get reconnected. There are tens of thousands of acres that, quite frankly, mankind has not messed up. All you have to do is literally step out your door and put one foot in front of the other, and you are in it.
Now, let's wrap around for a second so we can showcase the other side of the 5th floor patio. We have an outdoor dining area here, another built-in fire pit. This corner is a little bit more cozier, tucked into the home. And then we have the kitchen here, and we talked about it earlier. Sliding glass windows, your bar seating area. I mean, a lot of outdoor space for you to enjoy on this level. And we have so much more to see on the levels below. But before we go there, I actually want to take everybody to the very top floor so we can check out one of those guest suites. Going up to the guest suites is a real change in elevation. This house is built into the hillside, so each floor has a different relationship with the landscape and the views. The top floor is the only level without shared social spaces. The guest rooms are isolated from sound, secluded and private, but only a few quick steps down the stairs into the mix. This room exudes coziness, and when I think of a mountain home, this is the type of room I think of. I really like the vaulted ceilings here that are wood clad, and then you have cashmere wall coverings, king size bed, bedside tables, fireplace, TV, soft carpet floors, and this is the room I'm staying in. Owners have been kind to us, and they wanted us to stay at the property so we can understand its essence, how it feels during the day as well as at night, so that we can do our best to showcase that experience, that immersive feeling to all of you. And it's been incredible staying at this room. It is super quiet and insulated, but then you just open up your sliding glass doors, walk to your private balcony, take in the views, the vistas, drink your coffee, and walk right back in to these soft carpet floors. We have built-in closets, and then on the other side, we have the full bathroom. You can see the extensive use of limestone on the floors, as well as the walk-in shower here, but then the countertop here that's onyx was also featured in the walk-in shower as a little design element. We have the vanity here with the illuminated sink, mood lighting throughout, Venetian plaster, certainly warms up the space. And on the back, we have the water closet. But the point of the 2 guest suites that we have on this level is to create some separation from the rest of the property and create a very intimate moment, intimate setting. And I think this room accomplishes that extremely well. And I've been really enjoying my time here. Each floor brings its own opportunities. The guest suites are slightly separated up at the top. The 5th floor has big common areas and openness. But as we head down to the 3rd floor, we find something different. The patios are more closely tucked into the hillside. There's plenty of social space, but it also has a range of amenities that might surprise you. Now the 3rd floor of this property is really exciting. We have many different moments, areas, rooms to tour, and like I mentioned earlier, even on this level, you get a full-size, proper kitchen. I mean, look at all the cabinetry that's right behind me. The island setup here, that's stone fabricated. Bar seating down below, that is illuminated. And to my right, we can again see the 2-tone cabinetry with bull-top cabinets. And on the upper section, they have this really nice wooden texture. And now let's get a close-up. Look how thin but sturdy these door frames are. These are all solid wood. And down below, we have Miele induction cooktop, gas cooktop, and the same material on the surface of the cabinets was also used as a backsplash here to keep the continuity of the design. Your sink with this really cool modern faucet. We have 2 refrigerator drawers here, and they also use the same paneling as a backdrop here, again tying all the details together. We have another sink on this side, and your filter water, Miele built-in appliances, pantry, paneled fridge and freezer. I mean, even though this is a compact kitchen, it has it all. And I have to say, in the past, we've seen bull-top kitchens in other homes across the world. Bulltop has this distinct look that makes their kitchens really stand out, and I personally dig it. It's minimalist, durable, contemporary, and this is not a sponsored ad, by the way. I simply love their cabinetry. Now, the focal point of this kitchen is what's down below us. This is a vault that happens to be a wine cellar, which is so cool. It has a hydraulic arm that opens up the glass top so you can go in there. I mean, how cool is this, Dal?
That's incredible. Honestly, I don't think we've ever seen anything like that before.
I think this is the first time we're seeing such detail, and even the steps here are leather wrapped. There you go. It's a dramatic entry. In fact, I'm gonna step inside. It is temperature controlled, so it's a proper wine cellar. And I mean, it's deep. I'm gonna go in there. There you go. I can almost stand up here. What a cool detail, you know, recessing this into the floor. By the way, it's all made out of steel, so this thing gotta weigh so much, but it's a nice conversation piece. And let me close it real quick. It's also very quiet. It is built by Spiral Cellars. Good name, and there you go. Closes it off nicely. Now, another detail I want to point out here, we have another pocket door that seals off the kitchen so you can have a private moment when it comes to your formal dining room. Now, this part of the house has incredible ceiling height, the volume, and then your formal dining room, they use the same shoe green as the surface for the dining room table. We have the same leather wrap chairs, and behind me you can see the lower sections of the built-ins where we have the cabinetry, and the built-ins go up all the way to the ceiling. Nice LED light incorporation, more crystals throughout, and this abstract art by Rose Masterpole. And I just love the built-in section here. Adds up to the dimensionality and the volume of the room. And Del, in fact, why don't we go backwards for a second? I want everybody to see the natural light that comes into this room. The volume, the ceiling design here, and how oak paneling gives so much character to the space. And in the center, we have this elegant seating area, these stone coffee tables, comfortable pillows, sliding glass doors opening up with additional clear story windows on top. And to cozy up the space, they have of course placed a fireplace, but this one, I really dig it. It is double-sided and it is pretty long, so it's the focal point of the room. And then above, you can see this massive picture window, bringing that backdrop into the space. So you have the fire, you have this great volume. Now, before I leave this section, I also want to point out another detail. All the casement work and millwork in this house features this reveal detail around the sliding glass doors, windows, and pretty much cabinetry throughout. And these kind of reveals break the flatness of the millwork and just provide additional dimension and character. Nice touch. Now, there are two more details here that I want to cover before we leave this room. Number one is this art piece here by Christopher Warren. This is all layered metal, glass, and copper that represents the mountains here in Colorado that are over 14,000 feet. Hence the name 14ers. And I love that it is proportionate to the real scale of these mountains and their relation to each other, their distance to each other. Very nice touch. Now, the second detail I want to cover here is the loft space that is located on the fourth floor. You can actually see the glass railing from this level, and there's also a pocket door that seals off that opening if you want to provide privacy for the great room. But it's actually a really nice space. They're currently utilizing it as the kids' play area, but we've totally took over the space and turned it into our gear room. We have all of our cameras up there, but I wanted to point it out, and I'll also show you where it is on the fourth level. Now, the last thing left for us to do here is to open up the sliding glass doors so we can check out this amazing patio. This outdoor space is cozy, warm, and I love the fact that it is tucked into the hillside, so you have this gorgeous backdrop. Now, before we stepped outside, I told Dal, I'm not gonna wear my pea coat. I wanna feel this cold, dense, clean air. I want to feel alive. And Dal generally takes me up on these spontaneous, adventurous calls, but this time he's like, no chance, Ennis. It's too cold. I'm going to wear my jacket.
I'm staying warm, guys.
Yeah, but it feels amazing to be outdoors right now, and what a quaint space. You have your outdoor seating area here with a fire pit. They use the same flagstone throughout the space, complemented with the limestone, and then you have these trees for some additional privacy for the seating area. Then we have the outdoor dining area right in the center. And Dal, why don't we bring everybody here? You even have an outdoor barbecue area. And I love that they feature this detail on every single patio level. And I mean, you also have a full kitchen right on the other side that we just toured. So if you enjoy this level more, why not? Use the barbecue area here, entertain, use every bit of space when it comes to this house. And I have to say, given the fact that this property is over 15,000 square feet, it feels very inviting. You want to enjoy every single corner, every single moment, and I love that. Now, there's also a staircase here that takes you down to the lower level where we have the gym, so you have an easy access there, and then this beautiful, inviting, steaming jacuzzi that is jetted, cased in limestone, also has a jacuzzi cover, and I love that even these pools or jacuzzis are actually oversized. You can easily have 15 to 20 people in it. Now, on the other side, we have this lovely pool that kicks out towards this side of the property. And since we're on the 3rd floor right now, we're a little bit closer to the grounds. You feel like you're a more integral part of this ski town, and I love it. I mean, what an amazing space to entertain. Again, this is also heated. View is gorgeous. Air is amazing. Am I a little bit cold? Sure. But am I enjoying and loving my time? Absolutely. And I'm just so charmed by Vail. This is now my 3rd time in Vail, and the experience makes more of an impression on me with each visit. I feel the raw beauty of the mountains. It makes me want to ski and explore. Also the charm of the village, and finding a way to slow down. When you see people walking the pedestrian streets with skis and snowboards, browsing the shops, and talking on the bridges, it all really feels like something special. Vail has a unique charm, a vibe to it. If I were to walk down here and take a photo in front of one of these restaurants or shops, I can fool people that I'm in Europe, which is kind of an interesting thing to experience when you're in the United States, right? Given that it's a relatively new country, a lot of places tend to lack that historic charm or character.
You literally walk into the village and you experience this magic that is Vail. And it's intimate. It's not a big village. And a lot of the founders were of European descent. So they wanted to bring some of that European charm. And I think they just nailed it. It's so great because when you show up here, you don't have to get in a car. You don't have to drive. You don't have to navigate your kids with traffic and have those concerns. They really embraced family here. Some resorts throughout the world, you know, it's après skiing, it's nightlife, it's hard charging. And Vail said, you know, we really want to appeal to multiple generations. So it could be grandfather that's 85 and still skiing, you know, Franz Klammer style, you know, it never gets old. And then you have a 2 or 3 year old that's just learning to do, you know, a pizza slice or French fry, you know, it's the beginnings of a legacy that you pass down. I mean, literally, I look over your shoulders and I see people coming down the ski hill right into the base of the village, and they're gonna load the gondola and do it all over again.
And I'm very jealous of those people. It's pretty difficult to watch it from here because that looks like a lot of fun.
That is the grandeur of Vail. You know, it's almost 6,000 acres of just pure skiing heaven. And to have that coupled with more of an intimate mountain village like Vail, I've never seen it anywhere else. And it makes it special, and it draws people in. It makes them feel safe and relaxed. Sometimes, you know, we live in a world where things are fast, or you don't necessarily to feel that same safety. And I think people come here and
they hear this river.
Yeah, they get a chance to just let their hair down and relax and enjoy, you know, this moment in time where you do create great memories. That to me is magical for me every day, to see families taking all that in and creating those memories. And it's very authentic.
Does it get old for you now that you've been here for so long?
Not only does it not get old, it gets better. it renews itself all the time. So you get to the village and you see all the things that we just talked about, you know, the charm and everything. And as you move up the mountain, it starts to open up to you. And sometimes when I'm up, whether I'm mountain biking or hiking or, of course, skiing, you know, I take all that in and it's just majestic. I love going to big cities, you know, Paris and Madrid and New York City, San Francisco, LA, and it's great to people watch and see all of that. When I'm here, you know, I love the natural aspects of being able to step away from that, and that's where I can do my best thinking. That's where I can feel that I'm really connected to something that's not just about civilization, you know, and Vail offers that.
I think we live in these big cities because humans help us fill our lives, help us give that depth that we're looking for. But when you come to a place like this, that depth is partially replaced by nature, replaced by the atmosphere. And I always have this thought of when you live in a place surrounded by mountains, even though at face value or first time you experience it, you may really enjoy it, but eventually it may get old. But as I've gotten older, as I've traveled more, and as I've interacted with individuals like yourself, I realized maybe I got this part wrong.
It always strikes me in a place that warms my heart that I'm like, I went to the most amazing place to vacation. I get to come home to Vail, Colorado.
To this.
To this.
Vail feels like a different reality, and the charm is undeniable. Coming to do this tour, seeing the village, the nature aspect, and the proximity of the home, I understand Tye's enthusiasm about this place. He wants to share it. And I think that's the idea behind the house as well. To bring people in, to share this experience. And when you start to look at the levels and spaces of this home through that lens, the picture becomes clear. Now, rest of the third floor still has a lot of surprises for us. On this hallway to my right, we have the elevator landing, and then you may look at the left and just assume that it's a wood paneled wall, but it's actually not. We have a powder room here, discreetly hidden with the same style vanity that we saw on the fifth floor. Nice touch, it gets better. To my left, we have the first of the two primary bedrooms in this house. We'll tour that last on this level, and now Dal, follow me this way. How exciting is this space? Screening room and direct access from your kitchen. Now, you may just come to this space and assume that, oh, this is the remaining part of the cabinetry, some extra storage, and maybe some refrigerator drawers. You would be partially wrong. Not only we have extra storage here, there's also a bar on this side, discreetly hidden. I love that when it comes to minimalism, they took it to heart and concealed everything behind these bolt-top doors. There's also a small seating area here, and someone messed up the bar seating, so I'll just correct that as we go. And now let's talk about the screening room. A very cozy space and cashmere wall coverings throughout. This is something we're going to experience a lot throughout the property. They have Loro Piana cashmere wrapped walls in bedrooms and in some of the common spaces. And what a great way to add up to the coziness and the warmth of this property is the cherry on top touch. And to match the aesthetic and the vibe of this property, I also wore my Loro Piana suit today. Now, this is not a Loro Piana suit. The fabric is from Loro Piana. The suit itself is custom, but they're known for their incredible fabrics, and we're going to see them throughout the house. Now, this is also a very nice sectional couch and contrasts very nicely against the cashmere walls. You have your wood panel ceiling, drop down projector, and then you have the lower section that is even cozier with a bigger sectional couch, your ottomans, screen. You can immediately feel the difference of sound when you walk to this level, and there's also nice mood lighting on the ceiling. It's just a cozy space, and there are also pocket doors here if you want to close off this section and have a private movie experience. Now, why don't we go this way? We have a very exciting room ahead of us. In fact, to my left, we have the second elevator landing, a long hallway here. To my right, we have another guest suite, and let's see. I didn't remember the password. This is such a cool space. Let me turn on the light. Welcome to the indoor pool. Now, we have a small bathroom here with a steam shower and the indoor pool itself. I really like the feel of this space. Limestone walls with this chiseled finish. And then we have natural stone floors, small seating area, and the pool is nicely illuminated, jetted, and it's also pretty deep. And on the wall, you can see the water features. It also has a cover as well. And I have to say, I'm so impressed with the fact that this room lifts so effortlessly on the third floor. You would have never assumed to look at that door and have a space like this, but it's a great placement, great amenity to have, and they're doing a great job managing the moisture here because the entire space is super dry, and we even have a TV here. What an amazing room. And now let's go see that primary bedroom suite. This room, where it's positioned within the property, the view corridors, connectivity to the outdoors, they all come together and provide a very distinct feel for this space. I like the king size bed here and this elaborate headboard design with nightstands on each side as part of its aesthetic, and within the nightstands we have additional storage, cool light fixtures, and a lot of pillows for pop of color. And of course, let's not forget the fabric walls, wood clad ceiling, and amazing, amazing views. Now, the patio actually wraps to this section, so you have the area designated for this bedroom, and you can simply connect to the main section of the patio that we toured earlier. Now also, Dal, can we showcase this massive picture window here? What a dreamy view, and a cozy seating area for you to just sit down, drink your coffee, read your book, and look at this view all day. At least I would. Now, let me show you the bathroom, but before we go in there, walnut doors and shoe green inlaid panels, again, giving you that contrast and texture. And then as soon as we walk in, the first thing we see is the built-in tub. That's jetted, wrapped in limestone, another massive picture window. And once you're in the tub, you can retain your privacy and just enjoy these views. Now on the other side, we have a long vanity with two sinks that are illuminated. And then if you look at the mirror design, you can see the illumination on the bottom as well as the top. Gorgeous natural stone countertops that are book matched, your open cabinetry, makeup area in the center. And of course, to my left, we have two separate water closets and this glass enclosed walk-in shower. I like the shallow wall design here so you can still enjoy the views. And this shower has steam feature, this beautiful book matched slab in the center, chrome fixtures, and I have to say something. These chrome fixtures are so well polished, and to me that says a lot about the owners. If they go to the extent to polish chrome fixtures, which are very difficult to maintain and keep clean, then that's how they probably look at maintaining this property, meaning they spare no expense when it comes to upkeeping and maintaining this gorgeous home. And it certainly shows. I mean, every single room space we tour is in immaculate condition. Now the walk-in closet that wraps to the back, and we also have a washer and dryer here. Nice utility, and in fact they have over 12 washers and dryers in this house, because when you think about it, you have 11 bedrooms, a lot of floors to take care of, so you have a lot of laundry. And I have to say, we've been spending the last 2 days in this property, and all the interior spaces and as well as all these bedrooms provide a truly one-of-a-kind experience. The way that these bedrooms are designed, with cozy touches and stunning views, makes them so welcoming after a long day. It's like the house is giving you a big hug.
I walk into the bedrooms and the sound changes. I had the best couple of nights sleep maybe ever in this house, you know, with the blackout shades, and it's meant to have a fun activity-filled day, but to come back here and get a great night's rest.
And because of the way this house sits in the landscape, every bedroom is a different experience with different views and elevation. but they all have access to the outdoors. They're all designed to keep you in touch with the setting, whether that's nestled up in the trees or facing the open vista toward the village. There's not a single bedroom in this house I wouldn't want to stay in. The second floor of this property is designed in a way to accommodate your guests, your family members, and it is a very cozy level, and I'm really excited for the last room that we'll be touring on this floor. Now, this may look like a built-in cabinetry or possibly a storage, but no, it's actually another kitchen. Quite impressive how they have these good-sized kitchens on every single level, and right across you have a cozy seating area complemented with a fireplace, TV above. I mean, this is one of those sectional couches where you just want to lay down, take a nap, and I don't know, go skiing, go be outside, come here, relax, rest, have some good meals, and go back out there. You know, that's what this place is all about. And we have some taxidermy here as well. Had to point it out. Now, this wing of the house features 3 spacious guest suites, the main laundry room, staircase to the lower level, and 2 elevator landings. Again, this section is all about your guests and your family members, and I'm going to keep our tour here short and sweet and continue with the other wing. Now, the other room is arguably one of the coolest rooms in the property. It has its own full bathroom that is really well decked out with the tub, walk-in shower, vanity, and this is where we have the gym. I really like the design aesthetic here. This curved wall, wood paneling, rubber floors, and let me tell you, the gym equipment is quite impressive. Your pelotons, your benches, PRX system that is attached to the wall, your weights, and these dumbbells. In fact, Del, let's get a close-up. I feel like on every property tour, also, why did I pick a heavy one? Every time I see these dumbbells, I have to point them out. They're all walnut, stainless steel, and they look so cool. In fact, we have more on the other side. It's like a piece of jewelry. It's quite impressive. You have your cashmere walls here as well, punching bag, and a fireplace to cozy up, and a tonal on the other side. And when you're ready, you can simply open up the door here, go outside, and during summer, if you follow this path, it actually takes you to the side of the property where we have a really nice green lawn area, and it also connects up to the 3rd floor patio as well. And with that, we're done with the 2nd floor. Now I want to take everybody up to the 4th floor so we can check out the remaining bedroom suites. What I like about this level is the fact that it is very intimate. In fact, to my right, we have the primary bedroom suite that we're going to tour in a second. Some built-in cabinetry for storage. And if you come over here and just praise the cabinetry, is actually a hallway with another concealed door that takes you to the loft area that we pointed out earlier. But you can simply cover it up and have it be private. Now we also have a laundry room here with 2 washers and dryers, staircase access to the level above, small seating area, and then this cozy sectional couch. I'm sure you're picking up the pattern at this point. Every single level where we have bedroom suites that are these cozy lounges for families, for people, for friends to get together and enjoy this gorgeous scenery. And you have your comfortable sectional couch, wood paneled ceilings, mood lighting, TV, fireplace, literally on every single level. Now, to my left, we have another guest suite that I'm gonna skip. We're gonna check out this patio last, but for now, I wanna tour the kids' room. Now, I particularly wanted to come to this room because on this level, the owners are currently occupying the space. In fact, the primary bedroom, the owners are staying there. But this is a great way to show how this property lives and breathes. And this room has so much charm, character, all these toys, sheets, bunk beds. If I was a kid, I would have lost it here. This would have been such an exciting room to stay in. And my favorite detail here is this loft section with a cashmere pocketing door that closes it off. I mean, what a cool space to stay up there. And then of course, they have a really nice full bathroom with limestone finishes, the same cabinetry design, walk-in closet, but now we gotta take everybody here. The bunk beds, the fabrication, the metal frame, and how these things close on and off to create the minimalist aesthetic and to gain more space. This is a very clever touch. And the cherry on top for me is the Loro Piana cashmere wall coverings. I mean, what a way to exude the elegance, exude the immersiveness and the textural feel of a room and really tie all of the finishes and details together. The choice to use Loro Piana cashmere on the walls is a bold statement. It's one of the details that really intrigued me about this home. The understated nature of that choice, the intention of it, to bring that level of quality without wanting it to be an obvious statement, almost told me everything I needed to know about this house.
Why put fabric on a wall? Well, we know acoustically it improves the sleeping environment in a bedroom. But why put Loro Piana cashmere? Because it's timeless.
It's really the textures and the materials and what your hands, your feet, your body feels when you're experiencing a space that ultimately creates that immersive experience. Those are the things you remember. There's no doubt the details of this home are immersive. The use of textures and materials could have filled a whole separate episode. And the Loro Piana cashmere is such a luxurious and subtle choice. It makes me wonder, what are the details I might have missed in the halls of Alpenstrasse? And now the primary bedroom suite. Not only this room is very spacious and gets great natural light, I love the fact that the bed is pushed to the back to provide additional privacy. And then we have this wraparound balcony that adds up to the privacy aspect of this room. But the focal point here is the glass walls and how it brings these incredible jaw-dropping views straight into your room. Now, the bedroom has a very cozy feel. We have cashmere wall coverings, wood panel ceiling with mood lighting, Venetian plaster, and of course, your fireplace and TV to tie it all together. It is definitely an understated room, and personally, I really appreciate that because sometimes bedrooms can be really big and overwhelming, but here, I would feel extremely comfortable staying and enjoying the space. Now, this primary bedroom suite actually comes with 2 full bathrooms. We have the first one right here. Off of this entry, we actually have the walk-in closet. Now, the owners of this property are occupying this bedroom, so I want to kind of respect their privacy and just quickly go through the closet. And the bathroom is here, same natural stone countertops, recessed in shelving that features the same shoe green, and then you have your spacious walk-in shower with this beautiful slab, chrome fixtures, and on the other side, we have the second bathroom. This one comes with a built-in tub and walk-in shower configuration. Again, spacious, limestone finishes, chrome fixtures, your water closet, vanities on this side, and behind Dal, we have the walk-in closet. And that's pretty much it for the primary bedroom suite. But now we gotta go outside and see that incredible backyard on this floor. As I walk out to the back patio, our final space of the tour, I realize how much ground we've covered, how many spaces and moments, but it really feels like a family home.
Can you say a cozy 15,000 square foot home? Normally you'd say no, but it really pulls it off here. We hope we can do it justice, right? We hope we can help people understand, and I would tell you, if we're just being honest with those that are listening, we cannot. I've been selling some of Vail's finest homes for over 20 years now, and not once has a homeowner said, I think you should stay in it. I think you should wake up in the home in the morning, have a cup of coffee, experience the sunrise, see the light change. Until you do that, you can't imagine what it's like to not only live in this home, but share this home with others, and how it makes all that come alive.
This is such an important point for this house. It's the experience of sharing it with others. Every floor, every patio, every space is designed for you to spend time with your family and your guests and connect with the environment around you. Just when you think this property cannot get any better, it delivers even more. And before we exited out to the space, I call this section the backyard, because to me, it has a feel of a backyard because of all the trees and how cozy and contained this outdoor space feels. Now, we have an outdoor dining area or a table set up here with a fire pit right in the center. And I also like how they incorporated this tree as part of the decking. Another outdoor barbecue area. And we talked about these sliding glass doors earlier, opening up the seating area to the outdoors. Now, we also have a built-in seating area here with a fire pit. And there's also a water feature here that is currently, well, almost frozen. But you can imagine during summer with all these trees, water running, it sets that tranquil tone. Now, the focal point of this terrace is the heated pool and these views. I mean, look how inviting this space is. You can see the steam coming out, and what a great place for you to enjoy it with your friends and family. Enjoy the scenery here, get in and go straight to the snow, do a little cold plunge, but with snow. But beyond that, I really, really like this outdoor space. It feels like a little cozy backyard. It feels like I'm in a cabin in the woods. And this is what's so impressive about this property. Beyond this interior square footage, going back to the analogy that I mentioned on the exterior, it feels like a spiral staircase that is bolted into the hillside. So as it leans into the hill, it creates these unique opportunities, moments on every single level to provide you a different outdoor experience. And that's what's so unique about this property, and that's what makes it such a rare asset as well, because you can never rebuild something at this scale. And with that, I think we're pretty much done with the entire tour. I mean, I'm pretty bummed out that we're gonna be leaving here tomorrow. I wish we had a couple more extra days for us to just spend the time in the home, enjoy its qualities, enjoy Vail, but hopefully next time.
You have to come and experience this yourself. If you've not done it, if you think you know a ski resort in Europe or in New Zealand or someplace else in the Rocky Mountains, you owe it to yourself to come and see. I'm not gonna say better, but it's unique.
I think a lot of people observe being in a place like this, having a calm scenery like this would be good for their soul, but you need to place the environment to engage that as well. And coming to Vail, like spending the last few days, one of the things that I really enjoyed about this town is the entire thing, its aura is driven towards this ethos, you know? Come, relax, take it all in, slow down the time. I feel like days are longer here, and I feel the total opposite in LA.
I mean, we're sitting here today and there's fresh snow falling and grown men and women that, you know, they run their busy lives back home. When they're here, they're 10 years old again.
And that's why I really enjoy talking with you, because I feel like I've lacked that understanding or that experience. And knowing you over the last few years and seeing your pure passion and commitment to a place like this and how much you enjoy it, it has certainly moved me. Like, I'm a little bit mad at myself that we only came here for a few days.
We're gonna do it again, right?
I know, I'm like, gosh, I wish we were staying here for a couple more days.
We believe here all roads lead to this magical place in the mountains where you can let down and time may slow down for you if you stop and listen and if you're less hurried. You spend a day outside enjoying yourself, and then you come in and you prepare an amazing meal and you share stories of the day, whether it was skiing or golf or hiking or just being in nature. And then as everybody sort of winds down, we're tired. You know, I spent the night in this house and I was so excited about going into the room and looking out the window and seeing the twinkle of the lights across the village and really, really lean into doing it all over again tomorrow.
And that's how it feels when you settle into this house after a long day of activity. It's like being a kid. There's a sense of wonder and excitement to it. I can ski, I can watch a movie on the third floor, go in the hot tub, or sit in front of the fireplace. Then go to bed and know that the village and the mountains will be right there when I wake up. Tye's right. There's a unique serenity here, and it soothes the soul. All right, everyone, that's it for the tour. Spending the last few days in Vail, taking in the landscape, lifestyle, and this property has been a pretty special experience. From the moment you step inside, you can see the thoughtfulness behind every design decision and the homeowner's care and passion for this property. Now, the real question, can a mountain home really be worth $78 million? Well, we can break it down by land value, replacement costs, materials, or the time it took to build it. But the real value is in the opportunity and rarity of this home. It's a true one-of-one that can never be recreated. And for the right person or the right family, I actually do believe that it is worth it. Now I want to give big thanks to Tye Stockton for his amazing hospitality and allowing us to showcase his incredible listing to all of you. And you can find more information about this property in the description of this video. Make sure to check it out, and we'll see you guys on the next one.